What's up, world? What's up, world? Welcome to the Dex and Yubii show, sports podcast, and amongst other things, I am your host, Yubii. I got my boy Dex in the building with me. What up, Dex?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome to our sports podcast. We about to for sure entertain y'all.
Sirski.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna be talking about all things sports, football, basketball, some baseball. I played baseball for 9 years. You know what I mean? One of the few Somali cats to say that. You know what I'm talking about? Could throw a perfect Somali slider. 12-6 curve, little circle changeup. But enough reminiscing. We're also gonna talk soccer because it is the World Cup. Shout out to Morocco. Shout out to
Let's
Morocco.
go Argentina.
Shout out to Morocco.
Morocco
I feel bad for my boy Ronaldo. I really wanted to see a Ronaldo and Messi final, but
as much as people want that to happen, yeah, let's get that to it. We're gonna get to that topic.
Yeah, matter of fact, that's first thing up. First topic up on the board today is the World Cup review so far. What do you think about the World Cup so far, man?
Bro, it's been lit. It's well, I hear it's what it like. Expect the unexpected, like how it's supposed to be.
Expect the unexpected. Absolutely.
Like how it's supposed to be. Like it doesn't matter who is what. It's not like all these other sports. It don't matter who you got on your team.
I'm really shocked about
Morocco.
A couple teams, not just Morocco. Like you gotta understand, Argentina has been at the cusp for a while, and no one really thought they were gonna make it past the round of 16. So the fact they made it past the round of 16, some people are saying the refs are helping Messi because they want him to win this year. Whatever the case may be, I like the fact that they are right at the precipice of getting this. And it's like, I feel like if Messi gets this World Cup, that's like the last mantle that he needs. Like that's like the last, crowning achievement of his career, and it'd just be amazing. But Viva Morocco. I want an African nation to win. I'm African. What can you say? So, and I hope they beat the shit, excuse my language, out of France, because I don't like France. So
let me put it like
let's
this.
go Morocco.
Argentina is deep. They're not deep on defense, but they're deep. They got a very good team.
Yeah, they have a good midfield, a good attack, but it's like, like their biggest star is older.
No, it's not about that. They have young guys on attack too. They have options.
Yeah.
Just like Brazil. But the thing is, they just didn't have the right system. That was always the issue. They didn't have the right system.
Let me ask you this. You think they're going to beat Croatia?
They can. It's going to be a good game. I'll tell you that.
You got Messi versus Luka Modric.
See, this is the thing about soccer.
Go ahead and enlighten me. You're the soccer expert.
People can say whatever they want about cheating, but you still have to, at the end of the day, score the goal. You got to put the ball in the goal.
That is true.
Whatever the ref does for you, you still have to try to put the ball in the goal. Like my guy Suarez, what he did to Ghana, the handball.
Right? My God.
The reason he wasn't salty about that is he did. Like, for him as a strategy, he slowed the game down. But then you had the opportunity to score, but you missed the penalty. So how can you be mad at him? You're the one who missed.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game, man. It's going to be a good game. Tuesday, 1 p.m. Check that game out. The other semifinal match, France versus Morocco. You got Morocco going against its. Are they their colonizers? Because Morocco speaks part French, so I believe France was one of their colonizers. I'm not. Don't quote me on that, but I think this is a revenge match, to say the least. But I think Morocco got this, man. Bono, ain't nobody scoring on that man right now, man. That man is playing some of the best goalkeeping I've ever seen. Like, man's a monster.
As much as I don't like France, they're not Portugal.
Yeah. Second topic. We got on the table.
Oh, with the NBA.
We're gonna do a quick NBA rundown.
Hey,
I'm a Laker fan. My boy Elias is a lost Carmelo fan, so he currently doesn't have a team.
I sport Timberwolves time, babe. Timberwolves. Don't
Go
mind the Dallas
Wolves.
jersey, but let's go Wolves.
Go Wolves. All right, let's dive into the standings, man. Let's dive into the standings. You got Celtics at the top of the East, and you got Pelicans at the top of the West. What is your biggest surprise so far this year in the NBA?
The Utah Jazz.
Absolutely. Let's talk about it.
Yes.
Your Timberwolves gave up 5 first-round picks for Rudy Gobert. How you feel about that?
Listen, I'm
Speak
from the
on it.
city. They're not mine. I'm just from the city, so I'm kind of.
You're a Timberwolves fan. You just said I'm a Timberwolves fan. So
Yes, because I am from
how do you
Minnesota,
feel?
and that is the
How do you
team.
feel
That's our
that
city.
Danny Ainge completely fleeced your organization for 5 first-round picks?
They
for
should have traded for
Rudy
him.
Gobert.
They should have traded for Danny Ainge.
They should have.
Because I swear to God, bro, they steady drafting good players, but then they don't know what to do with them. They got all these players, but then the coach doesn't know how to use them.
But you know, the Jazz fell down. They're like 9th seed now. So they start off really, really hot. So right now they're 9th seed, and they're only like 4 games out of first place.
Bro,
But the thing is, it's a long season.
They're doing better than the Timberwolves.
Yes, they're right next to each other. Timberwolves are 10th, Jazz
They
are 9th.
should not be next to each other.
But it's still early. Give them the benefit of the doubt. It's still pretty early. It's still early.
What? So you're telling me they can play hard, but you can't, even though you got more loaded team?
The thing is, I feel like the Jazz are playing inspired basketball. They have a lot of young players that some of them are castaways.
Everybody is playing for a contract.
Second and third.
Everybody's playing for a contract.
Everybody's playing for a contract. So it's like it's a team that is trying their hardest right now to make something out of nothing.
The team wants to lose. That's what I mean. The organization wants to lose, but the players
if you can get Victor Wanyama, whatever
that's their objective. But that's
playing.
not the players. Don't care about that.
7'4", got a freaking stroke from the 3-point line. Got that yeet yeet yeet, bro. That boy is different.
The players are being looked at as in, if you cannot put up, you're about to get gone.
All right, name your top 5 players so far this year, not overall. So top 5 NBA players of the season so far. Go.
Oh, for me?
Yes.
Oh man.
And it doesn't have to be in any order. Just name your 5 players that you think are killing it this year.
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum is the truth. As a Laker fan, I am pissed off that we didn't draft him. Sorry about that. Bad emotions.
My guy Giannis.
The Greek freak. I agree.
Big monster.
I agree.
Let me see. Luka Doncic.
Luka, I was about to say, you better say Luka. That man's averaging 38, 8, and 8. Or no, 30, 33, I think, 8 and 8, something like that. It's crazy. It's crazy what that man's doing. Absolutely ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. Shai Alexander, the kid from Oakland.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is
that boy is nice.
Him. That boy is capital HIM. That man is him for real. Nice. He's on one this year. I'm not even gonna lie. And I think the Clippers are kind of regretting that PG13 deal. They brought him over and sent Shai Gilgeous. And OKC got a boatload of freaking picks. They have so many picks. Like,
it's crazy.
Half of the first round picks for the next 6 years.
I still don't know where
belongs to them. Where? They're gonna get LeBron's son. They're gonna probably get LeBron for the last year.
You misunderstood my question. You misunderstood my question. Okay. I'm pretty sure they started this before Houston, and Houston is already ahead of them. They started the same time or around same as Orlando, but Orlando has somewhat They know where they're going.
Right.
OKC is just drafting players. San Antonio still hasn't decided on where they're going. You know
San
what I
Antonio,
mean?
I feel like, is in a rebuild mode.
They are in a rebuild mode. But
Yeah.
they thought they had somebody, but then they said, no, forget it. We're going to restart over again. They sent Obo to Atlanta.
Yeah, DeJounte Murray.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
okay,
Balling this year, by the way.
OKC, I don't understand where they're going with this.
Yeah. No, I agree with your top 5, honestly.
I add Anthony Edwards in there. He's
You guys
nice.
gonna say you have one more
He's
guy
good
left.
motivation. Anthony Edwards.
I would take Anthony Edwards out and I would put AD in this year. AD has been playing ridiculous as of late. That man is what 55, 17, and 5 blocks couple days ago. That man is just different, bro. That man is different. But nonetheless, moving on. NFL rundown time. All right, NFL rundown, man. It's been a crazy season, man. It's been an up and down season.
What if this season?
Your Vikings just lost to the Detroit House Lions. How you feel about
that? How do I feel?
You guys were actually.
You want my honest
opinion? You guys were actually the underdog coming in this week, according to Vegas, which I found hilarious. But goes to show you, Vegas know what they talking about. Vegas knows what they're talking about.
You know what it is?
Mm-hmm.
It's this dumbass coach who has them.
No, it's your DC. It's your defensive coordinator.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
about. Okay, yeah,
Donatel. But
Ed Donatel.
Even the coach even gets the blame for it because he's the one who's letting him do this. How do you come in every game? I don't understand this. You let the players catch the ball and then you try to stop them. So everybody coming into the game knows, hey, they're going to let us catch the ball and then hit us. So go up 5 yards, catch the ball. It's cool. If you don't get the first down, we get it again in the next play because they're gonna give us another 5 yard. It's sad.
You guys have a very bad defense. They let
them catch the ball. They let them catch the ball.
It's not even that. It's like the secondary is bad. You guys have a good run defense, but the secondary is so.
It's the system, bro. It's not even the secondary. It's
so slow.
That's the problem. It's the system that they're using. It's because they grabbed all these players. They're like, okay. They won't let players get past them. What's the point if you're letting them catch it? The whole objective is to stop them from catching it, but you're letting them catch it. So it's like your offense is doing all of this, but your defense ain't doing nothing. So it's
not a damn thing. It's just sad. This much is sad. This is a true fact. But at the end of the day, I feel like at the end of the day, you guys are going to be in trouble when you run into teams like Philly in the playoffs. You guys are going to be in trouble when you run into teams.
We're in trouble with anybody. Doesn't matter who we see.
I mean, if you guys see someone like the Commanders, I feel like I can beat them.
What if we see the Packers? We would be in trouble.
No, you guys.
Anybody, bro. Anybody. I swear to God, to you, think I'm BSing? Anybody would look good because if you're letting everybody and anybody catch the ball and then tackling them, I mean, they're not going to have trouble going up the field on you.
Yeah, that's not going to be good. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, beat the shit.
I don't want to hear it.
They beat the shit out of the Bucks today.
Listen, they got lucky.
Jeez, Tom Brady did not look good.
Everybody's been whooping on the Bucks.
Tom Brady did not look good. Hey, man, say what you want to say. Brock Purdy for being the last pick of the draft, for being Mr. Irrelevant.
But he did his
first
thing.
Mr. Irrelevant to start a game and beat a good defense like Tampa Bay.
Who they're facing next week? Then we can talk and say something.
49ers did lose Deebo Samuels to what looks like a high ankle sprain.
He's fine.
No, they said it might be a high ankle sprain. He'll be fine for the playoffs, but we'll talk about the fantasy impact that has here shortly once we get to the fantasy portion of the show.
I'm trying to see who the Busters are playing next week.
Who the Niners?
They're not playing next week.
No, they play next week. Bye week. This week was the last week of bye weeks.
Oh, they see the Seahawks.
They're gonna rape them
on Thursday.
They're gonna absolutely kill them.
Yeah, Seahawks they're not bums.
They're gonna absolutely kill him.
We'll see.
They're gonna absolutely. Another topic I want to talk about: AJ Brown last week went back home. Oh, not back home. They were playing in Philly. I guess his old team, the Tennessee Titans, had a monster game, over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. The very next day, they fired their GM, who traded him last year during the draft. Speak on it.
Bro, who is their quarterback again?
Ryan Tannehill.
And did they send him to extension?
Yes, they did. They gave that man over
He should have
100
been
million.
fired last year.
I'm talking about their GM. Their GM should have been fired last year.
Last year.
But last year, they were the number one team in the AFC.
When he signed Tannehill to an extension,
they were the number one team in the AFC. They were the number one team in the AFC last year. It looked like it was working. This year, they're still 2 games ahead of anybody in the AFC South. So it's kind of surprising that they decided to go this way. But I love it because this man traded away arguably the heart and soul of the team. And then you see what he's doing for the team.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Would you rather take him or Kirk Cousins?
Kirk.
That GM should have been fired last year.
But he's fired this year. Shout out to AJ Brown and the
Philadelphia Eagles.
They look like they about to.
Shout out to Ryan Tannehill for getting that back.
They about to go off. The OBJ sweepstakes have died down. Last week it was like all you could see on Twitter and ESPN. Now the talks of calm down.
You know why?
Where do you think he's gonna go? Or do you care?
At this point, you want my honest opinion? I'm like,
no, I don't want your opinion. The people want your honest opinion, Dex.
Yes, the reason I say off LBJ right now is because I thought this bum ass nigga was gonna come back before the, you know.
He said there's no point of playing in the regular season. He said I'd rather play in the playoffs.
Listen, I'm a fantasy guy. You feel me? If you're not,
we'll get to that. But I'm talking from a football standpoint.
That's where my point is. This football for me. That's what football. That's the football I play.
We'll talk about his fantasy impact when we get to the fantasy segments. We'll talk about the fantasy impact once we get to the fantasy portion. But for regular football purposes, what team do you think he can help? What team do you think he can help? And where do you think he's gonna go? And how much do you think he's gonna help?
To me, the smartest decision he can do of going somewhere right now for him, just to finish the season, would be Kansas.
The Kansas City Chiefs?
Yes.
They play on real grass. That is a plus. They play with he would play with Mahomes, the best quarterback in the league right now. And they can use him because there's no, but they don't have the money. I'm afraid they don't have the money.
No.
Because he wants a very decent deal.
Look,
he's not willing to take the veteran minimum, and that's what's been. He would have been signed if he was
as much as he's talking right now, bro. You're coming back for the playoffs, so your options are very limited.
In the first place, you're right.
Yes, so
I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna eventually end up signing with Dallas.
But no, bro. He's playing poker right now. He's talking.
I think he's gonna end up signing with that. But don't be surprised. I said it here first. Don't be surprised if the Minnesota Vikings end up signing him because he does have the connection with Justin Jefferson.
What does that mean?
That LSU connection.
What does that mean?
Adam Thielen is not looking too good. Wow. Osborne didn't take the leap that a lot of people wanted him to take. I think OBJ would be a perfect addition to their playoff.
If he's going to play defense?
He's going to take the KJ Osborne role.
No.
He's going to do just good.
Is he going to play one of the corner positions? Because if he's going to play corner, we'll take him. Because at this point, if it's not a defensive player, I don't see why they would sign him. Offense, right, we good. We good on offense.
That's enough for OBJ.
We need
MVP so far. Who is your current MVP this year so far? Yes, so far.
Oh, bro, I don't know.
You don't know? I feel like it's obvious.
Oh, Jalen Hurts?
I think it's Jalen Hurts, to be honest with you. What he's doing right now on the ground, through the air, it's
if you want to look at things like
ridiculous.
that, if you really want to look
They're
at that,
12-1.
bro. Okay, let me put it like this.
They have the best record,
Let me put it
and
like
he's
this.
top 5 in every category as a quarterback.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah, look at this. If you want to give credit to anybody, give it to AJ. Give him the thing for the Eagles.
What are you talking about? Devontae Smith is balling out. Chris Watkins is getting catches.
Listen, the reason all this is happening is because AJ
Brown.
Yes, sorry. AJ Brown is here. I don't know why I see Green, but because AJ Brown is here, he's taking
Shout out
attention
AJ
from
Green.
him.
He's a legend.
Look at the difference between him coming to the team and him not being there.
Okay, then if you don't think it's Jalen Hurts, then who do you think? Who's your MVP pick so far? Pat Mahomes? I know it ain't Lamar Jackson.
I know it ain't Lamar Jackson, but I give it to somebody who.
Austin Eckler? Are you gonna give it to a non-quarterback? Do you dare give it to a non-quarterback? Do you dare give it to a non-quarterback? Because let's just face it, the last 5 years, 6, 7 years, 8 years, maybe even closer to 10 years, since I think AP won it from coming back from the ACL injury, it's been a quarterback, award.
Bro, if they want to give it to anybody, give it to AJ. Because he
AJ
changed
Brown?
that team.
AJ Brown I know. That's crazy. AJ Brown is not even the best receiver in the league this year.
But look at what he did to that team.
But I don't know. It's a quarterback league. I think Jalen Hurts
say whatever you want, but
if Jalen Hurts doesn't get it, I think Patrick Mahomes.
What does MVP stand for?
Most valuable player. Right.
So look what he did to that team. Look what he did to that team.
Yes, so
it makes sense what I'm saying, though, right? At least.
I guess. Deion Sanders leaves Jackson State and goes to Colorado on a 5-year deal worth $30 million, supposedly. Let's give it up for prime time.
Give it
prime
to him.
Time.
You gotta give it to him.
Prime time.
Yeah. He was playing video game. He was at level 1. Now he moved up to level 3. That's all he did.
A lot of folks in our community, a lot of Black folks like us are mad at him. I, for one, am not mad at him. I wish he would have stayed maybe another year or two.
For what?
And built the program all the way up with the kids that he got. But I'm not mad at him going to Colorado and taking some of those recruits with him, and he's going to recruit a lot more kids. Pac-12 finna get interesting. I know I'm finna be watching every Colorado game next year. That's my boy, Prime, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
Me personally, the way I see this, the school that he was coaching at right now, regardless of whatever they did, they can't play against other big schools. So at the end of the day, they should have figured out a way to do that, because then he would have been able to recruit more kids and, they would have been able to do more. But because they can't do that, he had to do what's the next thing, best thing in his career, because he's a coach. That's his career now. He's not a player no more. You know what I mean? So he has to do what's best for his career. In other words, let me keep moving up the ladder.
Absolutely.
In any career anybody has, what you want to do is keep moving up the ladder.
Yeah, so, and I agree with you on that. Hopefully he, kills it at Colorado, and builds that program up back to prominence. And I hope he gets a chance in the NFL, because I really feel like Deion Sanders can coach.
He's gonna end up doing that too in the future.
I think he can really coach in the NFL. I think he can take a team. Later. I feel like he could take a team like Atlanta Falcons.
It don't have to be specific a team that he used
the Falcons. I'm telling you, dog. It's not. I'm talking about from a business standpoint. Like, do you know how much money that would bring in prime time back in Atlanta, where it all started?
Yeah, but you don't.
Arthur Smith is not the answer.
Listen,
not.
You're in the business of selling jerseys. You're in the business of selling jerseys. So if Deion Sanders is your coach and he's the name of the franchise, that means you're not selling jerseys. So
what are you talking about? If Deion Sanders is your head coach, he's going to utilize guys like Kyle Pitts. He's
No,
going to
no,
utilize guys like
you're
Drake London,
misunderstanding
and
my
that's going
point.
to equal to
You're
wins, and that's
misunderstanding
going
my
to equal
point.
to jerseys.
No, smart guy. Deion Sanders has a bigger name than them.
There's no jerseys for coaches, Dex. What I'm saying is he's going to bring them back to prominence to the point where they have wins. Wins equal merchandise sales. Simple.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm excited for him in college.
Yes. Hey, shout out Deion Sanders, Coach Sanders. All right. Our last topic of the night. Fantasy football regular season finale was today. I made it in 5 out of 5 money leagues. Shout out me. Shout out Yubii. Shout out. Biggest what players, I should say, I'm sorry. What player would you say is a league winner now that we're going into the fantasy playoffs starting next week? Name me 2 fantasy league winners. Name me a receiver and a running back that could be potentially league winners.
2 players who did great this year?
No, I'm talking about 2 players who can be league winners moving forward.
What do you mean league winners?
Like if you have these 2 players on your team, you're probably going to win your league championship. Yes.
Wide receiver?
Name me a running back and a receiver.
Wide receiver, consistent every week. JJ?
Justin Jefferson. Okay. Name me a running back that you feel like would be a league winner.
League winner who's consistent every week. Kyle Walker was consistent, then he got hurt.
He should be back.
Yeah. Houston's running back is consistent. He does his thing.
He's been trashed the last few weeks.
Okay, I haven't looked it up. He just looked consistent, but I'll take that back. Shoot. It's tough. I can't. Yeah, it's tough. Running backs are tough this year. Even though there's
I'll give you some options. Austin Eckler, Dalvin Cook, Joe Mixon, Saquon Barkley.
Saquon is he's the closest to being consistent.
Okay. I think my 2 league winners are Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God. I think Detroit does a good job of getting him the ball. And now with Jameson Williams out there, people aren't going to be as focused on him as they used to be as far as double teams and triple teams. Running back. Running back, I feel like this guy's been bad all year, but his playoff schedule is Alvin Kamara is going to win leagues this year. You heard it here first, including me. He's going to win a league for me.
See, the thing with running backs this year is there's very few teams that are basing their offense off of running. A lot of teams switch to passing. So that's why it's tough. It's tough.
It's turning into a passing league, man. It's turning into a passing league, my friend. Biggest surprise this year.
You're out of there.
Biggest fantasy surprise this year. Go.
Houston's running back.
Dameon Pierce.
Yes.
AKA Dameon Pierce. Him
and the Patriots running back.
Ramondre.
Yeah, Ramondre Stevens.
Ramondre Stevenson. Shout out Ramondre.
He stepped
Pass
up.
Nation. Y'all know what it is.
Nobody notices, but he going to work.
My biggest fantasy surprise this year is probably Nick Chubb. Because Nick Chubb was always that guy who shared backfield the last 2 years with Kareem Hunt, but this year he hasn't been good the last few weeks. But for the first 12 weeks of the year, he has really been a difference maker for a lot of teams. That's my biggest surprise this year. Biggest disappointment. Who do you think is the biggest fantasy disappointment this year? Keep in mind, this is someone people picked in the top 10 picks. So
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. We agreed. Jonathan Taylor. Come on up, you bum. No, I'm kidding.
He's not a bum. It's more of the system.
Yeah, no, his offensive line has definitely been lackluster this year. Hopefully they get it together. I believe it's Jeff Saturday. He's been doing better ever since Jeff
And then
Saturday
on
got
top
there.
of it, they don't have a quarterback.
They're gonna draft one next year, and it's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be
See,
really
that's the
lovely.
problem. He's a running back. He don't have that time.
He's only young. He's young. He's only 24.
Bro, he's
So
a
he's got
running
a
back.
couple more years. He's
Running
got a
backs
couple more
already.
years till 27.
How long? Let me see. At tops, 12, 13 years, the running backs stay in the league.
Oh,
Right?
average of 5 years.
Running backs?
Yeah, average of 5 years.
No, I'm saying elite running backs I'm talking about.
Elite running backs probably like 8 to 10 years.
Yeah, 18 years, right?
Yeah.
How long he been in the league already?
3.
3?
Yeah.
And
He's young.
He's young, but he's gonna be at his best for 5. So already had 1 year of being good, and they just wasted this year. So that means 2 years are down the drain already. So
he's gonna have about 3 more good seasons.
They
gotta get it together. They gotta get it together.
You get my point now?
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm looking at? They don't have time to do that. They got to get somebody right now. If they're smart, if Tom Brady wants to play 1 more year, they're bringing him over.
Tom Brady did say he wants to come back for another year, but that is rumored. That is not consistent yet.
Or they could throw some picks at Green Bay and go get Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know about that.
They can.
That is our time. Thank you so much. This is our first episode. It's in the books. We're gonna have a lot more surprises. We're gonna have a lot more topics to discuss. We're gonna dive deeper into the fantasy playoffs next week. We appreciate you guys joining us. Hit the like, subscribe.
We're gonna talk about a little bit more soccer next time.
Yes. But like I was saying, hit the subscribe, like, hit the notification. And you can catch this podcast anywhere you can catch your podcasts. It is the Dex and Yubii show. I am Yubii.
I am Dex.
That is Dex. We are out.